Granville Island Brewing was founded in Vancouver in 1984, making it one of Canada's first microbreweries and one of its largest. GIB's mission is to craft delicious, locally brewed beer. It formulates and produces around 16 different types of beer that cater to many tastes and preferences. Granville Island Brewery has been owned by Molson Coors since 2009, but has kept an independent brand in operation status. The culture of the company has retained a distinct Canadian feel since its birth. Being truly Canadian and united is a major piece of the marketing strategy of Granville Island and is apparent in the local emphasis on their brews. Our target segment is women between the ages of 19 to 35 who are current wine drinkers, as a recent trend in the market points to more women becoming craft beer enthusiasts. Women now account for 30 to 40% of craft beer consumption in Canada. These women are generally already wine drinkers and see craft beer as a happy medium between wine and traditional beers, which are usually consumed by and marketed to men. These are women with a higher disposable income and a post-secondary education who can justify the purchase of a craft product. This is an exciting segment to pursue as social trends are often highly influential in the craft beer market. As many big beer companies have failed to market to women correctly, it opens up a big opportunity for GIB to market towards this segment. If GIB is able to market to its female craft beer drinkers correctly, they can obtain a competitive market share of women craft beer drinkers compared to other local and big Canadian beer companies. Some of Granville Island Brewing's internal strengths are its distinct and recognizable brand in BC and its position as one of the first microbreweries in Canada. It also partners with Bullfrog Power to promote its company culture of environmental sustainability. The Granville Island location is the historic home of the company and operates as a popular tourist attraction. The location offers tours of the brewing process and an in-house sampling bar. The Kelowna location, along with Molson's Burrard Street plant, brews the vast majority of the company's products. A major weakness in GIB's current strategic plan is that it lacks differentiation compared to other Vancouver microbreweries. An opportunity we have identified is the growing trend of women beer drinkers, which corresponds with our target segment, and the greatest threat we have identified is the growing number of craft breweries. In order to take advantage of our target segment of female wine drinkers, we recommend that GIB creates a new beer which would cater to this group. Specifically, the beer should be low on calories and promote women in society. A low-calorie beer would address the conception of beer being unhealthy, which is common among women. It is expected that existing female wine drinkers will be more willing to switch to beer if it is perceived as healthier. The name of this new beer would be Kitsilito, continuing GIB's trend of including Vancouver landmarks in their product names. The name is also a direct reflection of the nature of the product. Kitsilano is a health and wellness-oriented neighborhood in Vancouver, and its name is synonymous with healthy living. The name also includes the word light, making the nature of the product immediately identifiable on the liquor store shelf. A further feature of the product is the Vancouver Women's Shelter logo placed on the label. This represents GIB's support for women in the community, especially for the most vulnerable, and would play a key part in the new promotion of supporting the women's shelter. Our promotional recommendations are 1. Implementing a women's night in the Granville Island pub, and 2. Establishing a partnership with the Vancouver Women's Shelter. Firstly, we believe that by organizing a social event such as a women's night, GIB will be able to educate consumers about their beer and at the same time develop a relationship and brand loyalty between the customer and the company. The Society of Beer Drinking Ladies in Toronto recently hosted an all-women's beer night at Stone City Brewery. The event was a success with more than 700 women in attendance. The brewery has since noticed a shift in their customer base to contain a larger proportion of females. Furthermore, GIB should also continue to promote their products at local events like Pemberton Music Festival and Beer Yoga with Lululemon on Grouse Mountain. The organized events like Trailgating and Beer Yoga promote their beers with a healthier image which targets the women's segment. GIB could also expand to new events such as the Vancouver Fashion Week and Spring West Coast Women's Show to increase reachability to our target segment. Part of GIB's company objective is to be truly Canadian and united, and we believe that by giving back to the community and partnering with a local group such as the Vancouver Women's Shelter, the company would develop good public relations and potentially improve sales, while simultaneously reflecting the values of the company as a community-minded organization. We recommend that Granville Island maintain their current pricing strategy regarding their existing products. Granville Island Brewery's prices are set to compete with other local craft beer companies, and altering the price can affect current loyal customers. The prestige pricing of craft beer compared to traditional beer appeals to women wine drinkers as a higher price represents higher quality and better taste. We would also recommend offering a discount on all of their beers on Women's Night, and allocate a certain percentage of Kitsilito sales to the Vancouver Women's Shelter to promote wellness and support of women in the community. We do not believe it necessary for Granville Island to significantly change their distribution strategy and recommend that they continue their strategy of focusing on the Vancouver market for the time being. Many purchasers of craft beer identify with brands that are local and that align with core concepts including authenticity, community, and sustainability, and therefore it would be an optimal strategy for Granville Island Brewery to stay within the Vancouver region. However, there has been many customer complaints about the size of their tasting room at their location on Granville Island, and an investment in expanding the room to attract even more local customers and eliminate the long wait line could be profitable in the long run. We believe that implementing our strategy of introducing a new product in Kitsilito and a new promotional plan in introducing Women's Night would accomplish our objective to be more attractive to women beer drinkers, as well as convert female wine drinkers to beer drinkers. Low-calorie beer would appeal to the health-conscious customers to further differentiate GIB from competing Vancouver microbreweries. These recommendations will combine to make Granville Island Brewing the premier microbrewery in British Columbia.